Hey folks, today I want to show you guys a quick, easy way of how to split wood. Now, believe it or not everybody knows how to split wood. Sometimes I bring friends here, or I'll bring my brother. The mechanics of their swing is wrong, so it really makes it hard to penetrate the wood. Just like some people can't swing a golf club. I'm perhaps one of them that just can't get the whole... I swing right, but I don't know, I don't hit the damn ball, so obviously I don't swing right. But anyway, when it comes to splitting wood with an axe, and everybody knows how to, and sometimes just real pain, especially if your axe gets buried in the wood and you're trying to get it out of the wood, it's a real pain in the butt. Now, this is a simple trick I've learned by myself over the years of splitting. See, I'm not the kind of person who gets a cord of wood delivered to the house. I'm the kind of guy that goes out in the woods, grabs trees, cuts them, chunk them up into sections, bring them here, and then split them so I have firewood. So basically what I'm doing today is just making a quick video on how to actually identify the best way to split wood. Now, first of all, you have knots. So you see this knot in here? This is basically like another branch that's grown off. So any wood between the center and here is going to be real hard to split in a certain direction. So the best way to do this is you could tell that this one's growing here, this one's growing here. There's got to be grain that's growing somewhat more straight. So you would actually try to hit this with the axe acrossward, not this way through it, but actually this way, and you should be able to split that with no problem, even with this mallet. This maul is only a 6-pound maul, so I think I called it a mullet. Anyway, here's a quick, easy way. Every log, now this one was just cut, so it doesn't matter if it's seasoned for a day or 5 days or 10 days or 6 months. If you cut a tree down, it's automatically going to have this split. Every one of them will have this crack. It doesn't matter what you do. Here, let's see this one. Yep, this one has it too. Oh, right here. A little tiny one, but it's there. Now, every tree will have it. When you cut it down, it doesn't matter. It'll have this crack running all the way through the center. Now, I don't know why. Maybe it happens when the tree falls and it literally vibrates and cracks the whole center. But this is a nice trick to learn, folks, and I'm going to show you in a second. It might take 1, maybe 2 whacks to get through it. Sometimes it takes 3. But if you try to go this way against that crack, sometimes it could be really hard to do it, and it'll take you 5, 6 times, and the axe gets buried in there, and you wind up knocking the log over, and you're trying to wiggle it out of there and don't come out. So hold on one sec. I'm going to try to whack it along that crack, and I'll show you where I hit it afterwards. Let's see how many swings it takes. Ooh, right through the knot. All right. Now, let's put this back and see where that original crack is. Well, I'll be damned. I was real close to it. See that? It's just super easy to break when you do that. Now, it was a little bit harder to get because I wasn't dead smack on. But to be, a quarter of an inch away from it, swinging is pretty good. Now I'm going to show you why. Because you see inside how it's all bowed? That's the beginning of the knot, and it's really hard to try to cut it this way because the waves are going this way, so the grain is going that way. And when you hit it with the axe, it stops at every bend. It'll spring the axe back out of the wood trying to break that, so it's best to cut with that split in the wood. Now that I did that, knock that out of the way. This one, it don't matter. Because I'm going to show you guys how to use the Harbor Freight slide hammer. Or this is not a slide hammer, it's a Harbor Freight slide splitter. Slide log splitter. And it weighs about maybe 20 pounds. Now, once again, I'm not going to go by this because I'm using this, and I'm going to show you the ease of it. Now, when you get this, most people try, believe it or not, try to stick it in the center. Now, think of a log as your tooth. This is the outside enamel, which is really hard. But the inside is that dentine, which is really soft and could be manipulated. So when you go to use it here and you put this in the center of that board, it's softer. This will actually dig into the log without splitting it. And this will get lodged in there, and then it's a real pain to get out. You actually have to reverse slide hammer it upward and then to pop it out. So what I do, and I found it super easy to do, is you just grab it, stick it on the edge about 1 inch away from the edge, and you just, it's one-handed, guys. Now that's my bad shoulder, so I'm going to switch. Oh, it'll always find a way to split the log, no matter what. That's it. One-handed. Through a knot and everything. And I'll split it open so you can see what I mean. Right through a knot. And it still split it super easy. And that's why I suggest doing it from the edge here, anywhere from, I was close to an inch in. I was about maybe 3/4 of an inch inward. And then I actually had it starting to follow the grain because it's round, so it starts to follow the grain, but then it cracked and went straight again. So the good thing with that is that you don't have to worry about doing it here and not splitting all the way across, because I did it with a massive log like that, which was almost 20 inches in diameter. I just went about 1.5 inches in, 2 inches in, and I just started banging away, and it split all the way across the log. And once again, if you look at this, the crack on this one is going the opposite direction, which once again, being there's a knot there, would have been damn near impossible. And you can tell there's a knot in it because of this right here. See that bowing out? That was a branch. And that causes a knot internally, which makes it almost impossible to split. And I'll show you in a minute what I mean with trying to split this with an axe now. It may not split because there's a knot there. It might because it's a small enough piece. And that is what happens when you try to split wood with the knot. See the knot down there? You can't split it because the grain is all crazy there. And it's not nice and nice. Now this is going to be a real pain to get out. And this is what I was talking about, following that crack in the log so it doesn't do that. All right. Anyway. It's Red Hand Reviews, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this is a little educational so you understand that there is actually an easier way to split wood. Even though I do this the old school way, no log splitter, no wood delivery. I go out, I harvest the tree, I debranch it, I chunk it up, bring it here, and I continue to chunk it up into smaller pieces, and then I, basically wood stove size pieces, and then I start making my wood pile. And this is how I obtain my wood. Now, I've been doing it for 8 years, non-stop now. I did it a lot when I was a kid too. So I have a lot of experience when it comes down to it. So I really don't mind showing you guys, because it really does save your back when you actually know whereabouts to hit the log, where it'll actually split a lot easier. And I suggest getting an axe that's not like this, but actually has a piece that flares off the side. They sell them at Home Depot, but they're about 40 bucks. They might be 50 bucks now. But they're really, really good axes, and I would suggest getting it because it stops it from getting stuck in the wood like it just did there in this video. It helps prevent that, and it also adds a lot more sideward force when you're hitting it, when those the sides are split up, and then it's shaped like this on both sides. So when it hits it, it forces that log to split open, and it's not heavy at all. It's the same size as this. If not, if you don't get that, then get a slightly bigger, maybe an 8-pound splitting maul. I would suggest using that for splitting wood, unless you like using a small one. I like using a smaller one because I could throw it a lot harder across the log, but it doesn't penetrate or crack as easy, the log. So I got the slide hammer because I got a bad shoulder. But once again, like I showed you with that, with one hand, you just start about 1 inch in, and it'll crack all the way across the log. You'll have no problems. Anyway, guys, peace out. Enjoy yourself. Love yourself. Love your country.